Hello, guys. Hello, everyone. Hello, community. And today on our MEET.ONE BP series is Aloha EOS. And this is active blog producer on MEET.ONE right now. Really brightful guys building different tools. And I would like they introduce themselves by themselves. So today on our call is Nate, Patrick, and Joe from Aloha EOS. Hello, guys.
Aloha. Hey. Aloha.
Aloha. Aloha. All right. So first of all, I would like to ask you why your blog producer is called Aloha EOS.
Yeah, I'll take it. We decided to kind of focus on Hawaii for the kind of the geographic advantage. We feel it's a great location to kind of bridge the east and west. Technically, it offers some nice incentive for the network for having lower latency. So we felt like that was a good way to differentiate ourselves, and said that, and then Aloha just kind of fits with Hawaii. So Aloha in Hawaiian means hello. It can also mean goodbye. And there's kind of a third meaning there too. It's sort of the Aloha, they call it the Aloha spirit. And it's sort of this idea, it's kind of this way of life of being kind to everybody around you and helpful and respectful. So we felt that was also kind of a good thing to take into, how we act as block producers. So that's kind of the reason.
That's nice introduction. That's nice. As we see on Patrick's background, there is Hawaii's island with the active volcano. What's the name of volcano once again?
Yeah, the active volcano it's Kilauea. Don't ask me to spell that.
All right, Kilauea volcano on the background, and I
Yes.
think we need to make a meetup over there. It looks like really amazing place to be there and spend at least 1 week over there. I would like to go Hawaii right now.
Yeah, that's not a green screen. Patrick's actually circling in his helicopter right now.
That's right. I'm flying around right now.
Yeah, because we see his headphones with the microphones. Yeah, it's like exactly. a helicopter, right? All right. So can you make some introduction about your team, guys, please?
Sure. I'm Patrick, and I am near Chicago, just outside of Chicago. I've worked in information technology for about 25 years now. A lot of system engineering, some IT management, and I'm enjoying our work as a block producer and being involved in EOS.
Yeah, I'll jump in. So my name is Joe Fleck, and I am happy to be on this team. I've been doing app development on various mobile platforms, just various types of development for quite a long time. I've been bringing some of that development to here, assisting with some of the web development and some of the marketing that we're doing here at Aloha.
All right. Nate?
And I'm Nate Denning. My background is it kind of bounces around in system engineering and programming, kind of full stack web development. Also a bit of an entrepreneur. I've run several companies and worn a lot of hats at those. Got into blockchain pretty early in like 2010. Started getting interested in Bitcoin and trading it and writing bots and things like that. And eventually got a little disinterested in it in around like 2014 or so. It was around the Mt. Gox crash. And then sort of came back around in like 2016, 2017 and really started seeing what was happening and kind of was amazed at what had happened while I wasn't paying attention. And that's where I really got involved with or really started looking at like BitShares and things like that and saw what Dan was creating and saw his stuff about EOS and just got hooked.
Is there another people in Aloha team? like which you would like to introduce? Who is responsible for what? This is like, so we see what is the structure of your BP.
Yeah, we kind of bounce around and we all do a lot. Most of the technical stuff is handled by myself and Patrick. We also and then Joe helps with development. I mean, Joe and Patrick also help with some of the marketing and things like that. We have two other team members as well. People may have seen them on Telegram and WeChat. John and Sarah, and they help with community support, like technical support and things like that, helping people with wallets or whatever they need to create an EOS account, stuff like that. I don't know if you guys want to add anything.
All right. So John and Sarah are responsible for community. So basically in Telegram, we can see often that. But I see Patrick in Telegram pretty active as well.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
We're all, I mean, fairly active, I guess, on Telegram. But John and Sarah really, they're very active helping people whenever they see an opportunity to help them. So they've been, very valuable in that way.
All right. So the next question is, can you see some historical part of what you did as Aloha EOS before, and who organized, whose was the idea? Do you know each other before Aloha EOS, or you met together and organized it, and after that you start cooperating together?
Yeah, we're actually longtime friends. So we've all known each other for at least 20 years. Say more than that even. So yeah, we definitely have been friends for a long time.
There's a level of trust, I think, between definitely the three of us that goes back quite a ways, and so I think that's really helpful when you're forming a new company like this, where people have to wear a lot of different hats, and I think you just have to have that kind of trust. It really helps, I should say. You don't have to have it, but it definitely helps.
But at the same time, you're living in different places, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can you tell about your?
Yeah, I live in near Seattle in the Pacific Northwest of the United States. So I'm technically the closest to the Hawaiian Islands. It's an easy flight for me. Nate, I don't know if you mentioned where you were from.
No, I'm in Idaho, Boise, Idaho. I used to live in Hawaii, so I know the area very well. But yeah, none of us are. We have remote hand support, and all of our infrastructure is in Hawaii, but we're spread out across the mainland U.S. So,
Patrick?
But yeah, I said earlier, I don't know, hopefully everybody heard, but I'm outside of Chicago, just
Chicago.
Northwest Indiana, but really close to Chicago.
All right. So the question is, you did some things before for the mainnet. You are standing by block producers on the mainnet. Pretty famous. Many people know you because of what? Can you tell what you did before on the mainnet and what are you doing on the sidechain for MEET.ONE? Like about your tools and things, what you're doing, guys.
Yeah, I'll take a stab at it, and the guys can fill in the blanks. I think that was a pretty good summary of what we're known for, and that is the tools that we've created. And I'll be a little more specific. Those are mostly all of Nate's work there. So my hat is, and Patrick's hat is off to Nate. He's really a superstar for this team. So we have a various set of tools. We've got our block producer tools. There's a research portal. There's a benchmark tool that we have. We have statistics. We have the reliability. So we have several tools for EOS voters to help guide their vote, if you will, if they find that those statistics and those metrics to be valuable. We also have similar tools, or some similar tools, for proxies. So people that don't want to vote with their EOS and would rather somebody else handle it, they didn't necessarily have a good way of understanding what proxies were out there, and sort of what their beliefs were, who they were voting for, and how much EOS they already had proxied. So we created a similar research portal for the proxies. We also to sort of actually create that tool, to actually have data come back from that tool, we created a dApp that we released to the public. So it's an on-chain dApp that actually these proxies can go and register their information so that the information is actually accessible.
From my side, I would like to say that I usually use in your tools like CPU benchmark for MEET.ONE. I'm using every day to check the block producers and know what is the consummation of CPU, and also the proxy accounts, checking the proxy votes is pretty accurate data over there, and we really appreciate. So our CTO is using this as well. So, like from our side, we're using your tools, guys. It's a useful thing.
That's fantastic.
Thanks for
Yeah,
using
thank you. Yeah, one thing I do want to call out with respect to that, the benchmark tool is that was created in conjunction with a couple of other BPs. We formed sort of a group called EOS Mechanics. So I just want to make sure we specify that wasn't an Aloha only thing, but we definitely were a big part of it. So
I know that EOS Titan, they also have kind of such tools, and they're also part of EOS Mechanics. Am I right?
Yep, and gray mass. Yep, Titan and gray mass.
yep.
Can I ask who from Gray Mass is in EOS Mechanics? Like what the name of the person? Because I know Titan and I don't know Gray Mass.
Gray Mass, both the guys are. It's I don't know if you know him on Telegram, but it's Jesta and NEX, or Scott and I'm forgetting the other guy's name, but it's two guys. They're old time like Steam witnesses, and they have a lot of knowledge in the space. So it's pretty cool to work with them on that stuff.
All right. Definitely need to know better. All right, guys, I have a question. What is your plan for future? Or what kind of useful things you're gonna build in the future? If you can share something, you can tell it now.
I don't know how much we can share, but a lot of what we focus on and will continue to focus on is really improving the performance of the network. So anything we can kind of surface to show like objective data that shows how block producers are doing is great info in our minds. Anything we can do to kind of help performance as far as CPU or RAM or anything like that, and that's been our focus. We're very I don't know if you can tell, but we're very technical oriented. Our strong point is not so much like marketing and things like that, which other block producers are doing great in that regard. But we're focusing on where our skills are good, and so we're gonna keep doing tools like that, figuring out ways we can help promote EOS. I don't know if you guys have anything to add around that.
All right, I have one more question. Can you tell some few words about your infrastructure, about your servers, and where is it, and who is dealing with that?
Yeah, for the MEET.ONE sidechain, so that's mostly Patrick and I, and we have our primary block producer node in Hawaii, and then we have a secondary block producer node in Oregon, kind of on the west coast of the US. And then we have API and peer nodes in Oregon as well. And we plan to kind of just grow that out as necessary. If we start seeing a lot of traffic and stuff like that, we'll expand those, which is the same thing we've done for EOS mainnet. So we just kind of plan to carry over everything we've done on EOS mainnet to the MEET.ONE sidechain and support it as much as we can, and help out developers and users on the chain. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, and one thing I'd like to add too is we plan on having our tools on the MEET.ONE network as well. So proxy tool and benchmarks, reliability tool. We would like to make all those available on MEET.ONE as well.
We really appreciate it, and benchmark tool, we're already using it and really happy about it. So we need kind of we need more teams like you guys. And I saw you were pretty, like, your BP #1 right now in the MEET.ONE.
Yeah.
You got
We
a
were celebrating. We took screen snapshots.
We've been taking screenshots and celebrating every day.
That's cool. That's cool. I really appreciate your t-shirts. Like you three of you wearing your team t-shirt is so cool. Wish to see the whole world. Can you put it a bit down? Like this.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. That's nice. Pretty nice. Really glad to see you, and all of you are healthy and really happy. So, what you would like to wish for the MEET.ONE users for the future, and why they need to vote for Aloha EOS? Actually, that's the second question is pretty. You already answered it by your tools, but anyway.
Yeah, I think, we're a small team, and like Nate said, we really are sort of resting on, or not resting, but we focus on what we think we do best, which is sort of that technical acumen and bringing sort of these tool sets. And we brought them out at a pretty regular cadence since last June for mainnet. And so I guess if people find that valuable, what we're doing for block producer research and for proxy research, we have no plans of stopping that. We have no plans of not bringing that to MEET.ONE. So I think if people find that valuable, hopefully that's the proposition that we bring to the table.
That's nice. That's enough to be successful book producer, I think, to any sidechain and mainnet. Very nice interview. Pretty glad to see you guys. And let's keep in touch in Telegram. And if I have any questions, if I have opportunity, we'll meet on some meetups somewhere in the real life.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Have a good evening or day. What time on your side right now?
It's nighttime.
Yeah.
Nighttime, right? All right. Then have a good night. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Talk to you soon.